computer, turn everything on.
Okay.
So this is what I'm working on today. The Velotric fold. So you can see that we got the folds right there. So today we're assembling that bike right there, and we're gonna put it together. We have sold it to a customer. It just came in the other day. And so we're gonna assemble it and get it ready for the customer and get it shipped out. Basically is what we do when we do assembly. Not only do we assemble it, we also tune it up because these bikes are not necessarily ready to be out on the road. They have derailleur adjustments, brake adjustments. We just make sure that the bike is perfect. We check the battery, we check all the connections. We just make sure the bike is ready to roll. When the customer picks it up, he can jump on it and go out on the trails and have a good time. That's our goal today. So let's get started. All right guys, as you know, I'm assembling this Velotric today. It's a Fold Lite. So basically, what I'm gonna do here is you're just going along for the ride. I'm not really gonna do a lot of talking. I might say things here and there, but basically we're just gonna watch the assembly unfold in front of our eyes. Sounds like fun. Let's get started. This is the accessories box. This is the accessories. Got your charger, the pedal, some parts. So we'll have to get into this when we're doing the assembly today. Here comes the tire. So there we are with the tire. The disc is installed already. Everything looks good. No scratches. Looking good. Okay. Right, here comes the fender. Handlebars are right there. All right. Let's go ahead and lift this thing out. It's UL certified. Brownish purple. There's the battery. There's the keys right there. You can see right here is the UL certification. First thing I'm going to do is get my box out of the way and get all this film out of here because we obviously don't need it. So make sure that when you close this, use the palm of your hand and make sure it's leaving a small indentation in your skin so you know it's tight enough. As you remove the foam, you want to make sure that you're checking to make sure that there's no scratches or damage to the frame. We really like Velotric. It's been a really good brand for us. Generally speaking, if the customer takes good care of their bike, the Velotrics have been a really good brand for us. We were very happy with them. And Avington is the same way. I personally like the Velotric Nomad 2. Pretty nice bike. It's on my radar for my next bike. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove this and we're going to install the front tire. There's really not much to assembling a fold. They're pretty easy. So take this off, get rid of this. There for right now. All right, here's the hardware. first thing I gotta do is I gotta get rid of this. We don't save. All right, checking everything here, make sure everything's good. Pull out the this little brake thing right here. This prevents the calipers from being advanced while the bike is in transit, preventing the pistons from popping out. Don't forget to remove that. Do not try to install the bike without on there. You'll mess up your disc. All right, so let's go ahead and stick this wheel in there and get you going. There we go, she's in. You want to push up on the wheel with your knee, or however you want to do it. Just make sure it's up in the dropouts. You don't want it to fall out of the dropout, even a little bit, because you don't want the wheel to come off after a short drive. All right, nice and tight. You want them nice and tight, but you don't want to over tighten it. Okay, good. Yeah, so it needs some minor adjustments. That's no big deal. Expect that. Like I said, when you assemble a bike, we do more than just assemble it. We make sure that everything is working in its correct form. That includes adjusting the brakes, adjusting the derailleur, doing that sort of thing. Now everybody has a different way of doing this. This is how I do it. I don't think I need to bend on the disc. I think I just need to move the caliper over. I'd rather move the caliper over than bend on the disc. That way the disc can stay as true as possible. So basically I'm going to slide the caliper over to take care of that. All right, so we're just going to do a quick adjustment on this caliper right here. So I'm going to release it just a little bit, just enough so I can move it. I'm going to turn the wheel straight. I'm going to make sure I got some movement there. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm going to tighten it down. I don't tighten it all the way, I just tighten it to the point where it's not moving. And then I test. There we go, no brake rub. That's good. Here. Just gonna pop that on real quick. You just grab it from the bottom here, lift it up, roll it up onto the thing, and there you go. Looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some pedals on it now, and after I get the pedals on it, then we're gonna check the derailleur to make sure the derailleur is working properly. These are the pedals. Just some pretty simple folding, they're foldable. So you can see they have the folding mechanism right there, so you push them in, they fold over. So you can tuck them away when you're using them. And you got the left and right, right, left. There we go. Let's see, this is right. And you can see even on here, if you look really close, they put the for anybody that may want to make sure that they're not familiar with this stuff. So let's get them on. Grab a tool. All right, so basically we're just gonna grab this, our brake and our tool. It's one of these. That's that size right there. Hopefully you can see that. Come on, focus. There you go. There we go. Nice and tight, good to go. And to fold them, you just push it in and turn it down like that. Super simple. And then to unfold it, they just like that. Ta-da! There we go. The left pedal goes on anti-clockwise. That's just how they have it designed. There we go. And now we got pedals. Yay! All right, guys, so basically what we're gonna do now is we're gonna install the headlight right here, which is this guy right here. Looks like a pretty good headlight. And then this is the kickstand right here. As for reflectors, we generally don't put them on unless the customer asks us to. So I probably won't be doing that. This has a brake light already on it. Most customers don't really care about the reflectors. So that's where we're at right now. So let's go ahead and install the headlight, and then I'll install the kickstand, and then we'll do the fender. Headlights next, which is this guy right here, which is a pretty straightforward task. And I bet you it's gonna be a 4 or 5. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? So it looks like the headlight attaches to the fender. So I'm going to go ahead and install the fender next. So now we're going to do the fender. Get that bad boy on there. We're getting nearly done with the assembly on this bike, and then we'll take it for a ride. And I'll give you my final thoughts on the Velotric Lite. Velotric Fold 1 Lite. They're a great bike. I mean, they're a good value. They're a great bike. So if you see them out there on the market, don't hesitate to get your hands on them because they're pretty nice. So the fender's pretty straightforward, easy to do. Probably a 9 or a 10 millimeter. Just gotta grab the headlight too because it all goes in at once. All right, so the fender is gonna go right here. So I got my tools, I got my headlight, and I got my fender because I got to do it all at the same time. So we're just gonna remove it. Right, it comes out like this. The fender goes up first. You put the lock nut on the back. Go. That's what I wanted to feel. I gotta get a socket for this. This is not gonna work. 10 millimeter. That should be fine right there. Actually, I'm gonna put an extension on it. There we go. That should be a lot better now. All right, so now I've got a 10 millimeter socket and my number 5 millimeter in there. Now I can kind of get it where I want it. That fender's not going anywhere, nor is that headlight. That is on there. Beautiful. Beautimous, beautimous. We'll plug that in just a minute. Pull out your little cap. There you go. That's all said and done. So we got the fender on now. Now we got to attach this right here. So we're going to grab some different tools for that. Let's go ahead and put our tools away. I have how to put my tools away as I use them. That way they don't get cluttered all over the place. There they are. All right, so basically this is where it's gonna go. These attach right here. It's very important to remember when you're riding your bike that these things can come loose due to vibrations. It's very normal, so don't be surprised if that happens. It's a good idea to check your fasteners every so often to make sure that nothing has gone loose or crazy and that sort of thing. So you remove the fastener. It's got Loctite already on it, which is good. That's what you want. Put that in its place. Hold it in its position, and then go ahead. There we go. Go ahead and tighten it. Make sure these are tight. Now again, like I said, occasionally these things can vibrate loose from just general road vibrations. It's perfectly normal. Just make sure you check them once in a while to make sure that you're nice tight. Give the wheel a spin, make sure there's no rubbing. And there you have it, installed fender and headlight with a built-in reflector. All right, so talk a little bit about aiming the headlight. When you go outside at nighttime or whenever you decide to aim your headlight, you want to loosen this little screw right here. It's just a little Phillips right there. You loosen it, it's loose right now, and you aim it where you want it, and then you tighten it. But keep in mind, you don't want to over tighten this. This is just going through plastic, and so if you over tighten it, it will immediately break it. Just make sure it's just tight enough where the headlight's not moving. We do not tighten it here at this stage because we know the customer is going to adjust it, so we just leave it as is, and once the customer comes in, we do a fitting for the customer, and we adjust everything to the customer's stature, and so that's part of the headlight thing. And then we advise the customer after a few days of riding if they want to make further adjustments. We educate them on how to do that. But for right now, this is just it where the headlight is. So now we got to plug it in. This right here. So basically, it's going to plug into this right here. So this and this need to go like this. But first, I got to unwind the cable so it will fit that position. So basically, what I'm going to do is unwind it. Grab the headlight position. All right, so now that's all said and done. I'm going to grab a tool. It looks like it's a number 5. All right, so I got a number 5 right here. Basically, is what we're going to do is we're just going to take these off. Actually, we're going to do the kickstand, obviously. All right, I'll grab that kickstand. All right, here we go. Kickstand assembly. Just get a couple threads started. And you're good to go. All right. You don't ever want to start these fasteners with a power tool. You want to start them by hand. That way you may not, if you start them with a power tool, there's a very high risk of cross-threading it. And that's not fun, especially when you don't have any other situation to work with. You have to, if you cross-thread these, it can be very difficult to fix. It's annoying. You gotta have the right tools for it, the taps and all this other thread makers and that stuff. So you wanna make sure you be careful with that. Make sure these are tight, but don't over tighten them because you can still, once again, you can pull the threads out. So there we go, kickstand installed. This is an adjustable kickstand. There's a, right behind this thing, there's a little set screw. You can loosen that set screw and you can pull this out or push it in, depending on how much of a lean you want your bike to have. Generally, it's set at the right setting from the factory, but it is an adjustable kickstand if you want to make changes to it. All right, so we're checking the derailleur now. We're gonna go through all the gears and make sure it shifts properly. If not, we'll make adjustments. So let's go ahead and check that out. Good, good, good. Yeah, that's shifting nicely. Good. Oh, that needs adjusted. Yeah, there's a micro adjustment right there. So let's do a micro adjustment. So just micro turn it towards the problem, about a quarter turn. And then we'll see if it, yeah, that has been resolved. Back down to start. Yeah, needs a minor adjustment with my Phillips. Sounds like music to my ears when it sounds so smooth. Good, good, good. Yeah, that's shifting a lot better now. Good, 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 good. Excellent, beautiful. Derailleur's taken care of. Shift smooth, easy to shift, just the way I like it. So that's how it should work. And we'll just go through one more time without me yapping my lips. I'm gonna check for the inflation rating, the PSI. Let's see, there you are. 35 PSI maximum. So maximum is 35. I'm gonna go up to probably around 27. There we go, 27.7. I don't know why I chose 27.7, it just sounded right. Feels good. Next one over here. All right, gonna put the cap on it. 27. Let's put the same as the other one. There we go, close enough. It's within 0.2 of each other. So each tire has 27 between 0.3 and 0.7. So it's very close. All right, so the bike is ready for some excitement. Shall we? Lower her down. All right, release it and let it sit on its own, okay? On this particular model, on the battery right there, there is a button right here that you do need to turn that on. So it turns green when the bike is on. So just make sure that's on before you turn the bike on, because the bike will not turn on if that is not turned on first. So then you just go over here. Just zoom in on that, turn it on, and ooh, nice and bright, yikes. So there's a sticker on here. The customer will remove that. We do not remove it. We don't remove any of this stuff. This is for the customer to remove, but you can see the display is now working.